Yo everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a review on one of the things that I showed you I picked up at IMATS last Sunday, which is the Artist of Makeup Flawless HD Cream Foundation. And this is this. Ignore that, that's a blush, that has nothing to do with this review. This is just the palette, the double palette that I bought, and the reason I bought it was so that I could put one foundation in here and one blusher in here. So as always with all my reviews, or the majority of my reviews, especially when it comes to foundations, I like to give myself a good couple of days of using it in a variety of different temperatures, different activities, that sort of thing, so that I can give it a fair review. Now, I bought it last Sunday. I have used it every single day since then, and today is Saturday. So I think that gives me, or has given me, enough time to be able to give it a fair review. Now, very, very quickly, a very short review on who AOM Cosmetics are. AOM stands for Artist of Makeup, and it was a cosmetics line. I don't think it's been around that long, and it was started by a makeup artist, and her name is Zukreat, and she is a London-based makeup artist. She is very big on Instagram. She is an absolutely beautiful woman. I had the pleasure of meeting her at IMATS. She's really cute. She's little petite. She's got perfect skin. Her makeup is flawless, and her products overall so far, I've been really, really happy with them. And if you did see my IMATS review, which I will link below, you will see that while I was there, AOM Cosmetics was actually the one stand which I spent the most money on. Because of the fact that the brand is still quite new, and when I say new, probably a year or 2 years, 3 years, you know, it takes a long time for a brand to become established in the market, and at the moment you can only purchase it online through AOM Cosmetics direct. So that was the main reason for me attending IMATS. I wanted to actually try out the products in person, test them out, swatch them, that sort of thing, so that I could make the decision based on that. Anyway, now the foundation. Now I'm going to read you what the foundation claims to do. It says it's a beautifully rich, full coverage cream foundation, offers a flawless finish to all skin types. The foundation is rich enough to use on problematic areas of the skin and can help cover skin discoloration, pigmentation marks, hyperpigmentation, reduce the appearance of acne scarring, and minimize the appearance of large pores. Shea butter has been added to help the skin heal and repair while you wear this foundation, helping to treat blemishes and wrinkles at the same time. In refill pans for the makeup artists or makeup lovers, and then it mentions kind of skin matching, because the thing is, the good thing about Zukreat and AOM and what they've done is that because you can only buy it online, they have used the most commonly used makeup skin tone reference, which is MAC, which is why I always tell everybody I'm MAC NC40, because it is the most commonly used chart. So they have matched their colours to the MAC ones so that you know exactly which one to pick online without having to worry about getting the wrong colour. So the colour I've got here is number 45, and it is the match to NC40 and NC42. And yes, it is what I'm wearing on my skin today, and it is a perfect match. I absolutely love the colour match. There is a one shade lighter which is also for NC40, but I decided to go for the more darker side because as the sun is kind of starting to tan me, I am getting a lot darker. I tend to go more towards the NC40 side of things. Plus it's always better to have a little bit of a darker foundation than lighter, just because it being too light on your face makes it a little bit too obvious. Okay, now in my opinion, this foundation is definitely a kind of a cream to powder foundation. It's even though it's described as a cream, you can see on here, yeah, it's creamy, and here's what it looks like on my finger, and that is it on my hand. And when you blend it, you don't actually have to use a lot of it. I have been using this brush. It's dirty because I've just used it obviously to do my makeup. You can tell my makeup's fresh. This is the Real Technique Stippling brush, and that is what I've been using to apply this. And the thing is, you can put it on here and only a little bit goes onto your brush, unless you dig it in, and who does that? And then basically I just buff it in, and it only takes such a small amount to get such perfect coverage. I mean, I have to say this is definitely a full coverage foundation. There's no medium, there's no light about it, there is just full. And because you only have to use such a little bit to get the full coverage effect, this foundation is going to last you forever. It doesn't pick up loads, which is a good thing, because when you look at something like this, which is described as a cream foundation, you're like, oh my god, I'm going to go through this so quickly because so much is going to get picked up on my brush. It's not like that with this one. So when you're applying it, it almost feels like a powder that you're applying to your skin. It's got such a light texture to it, and that's what I really like about it. And it's also something which kind of confused me to begin with, because I was expecting to be able to feel thick cream as I'm applying it and looking at the application at the same time, and it just wasn't like that. And before I knew it, I'd covered my entire face only by probably going back 3 or 4 times. I didn't even have to do what I normally do, is go back and touch up my problem areas, which is my cheeks, because that's where I've got all my acne scarring from when I was a teenager. So I would definitely agree with their claim in that it is a very rich, because it is rich, and a full coverage foundation. If you're not after full coverage, I definitely would not recommend this, and it does give such a flawless finish, and that is why I'm so happy that I got this. I mean, it definitely does help with people who've got hyperpigmentation, scarring from acne and that sort of thing. Any kind of skin problems, it definitely gives that beautifully flawless finish. I do use a primer underneath it. I would always recommend using a primer underneath any foundation, and I do set it afterwards as well with a setting powder, because as much as it feels like a powdery cream foundation on your face, 2 seconds after going like this, it will transfer off onto your hand. So you do need to set it, because it does have that slightly tacky feel to it. Even now, after I've set it, foundation, everything else, a very slight tacky feel to it. But then you have to remember, it's a cream foundation. It is meant to be a cream foundation, and it's meant to stick to your skin. But generally, it just looks amazing. I mean, you guys can make the decision yourselves. My skin looks really, really nice, and I'm really happy that I've been using it. And as they've also said, it's got a shea butter in it to help with blemishes, this and that. Zukreat's background is science. So you need to remember that when she has developed these products, it is from a scientific point of view. So these products are actually meant to help with fine lines, wrinkles, that sort of thing. But you will only really know if you use it over a significant period of time. Whereas I'm not that kind of person. I'm on YouTube, I review makeup products, I like to do tutorials, this and that. I'm always using different stuff. But if you are somebody, especially if you're a makeup artist and you want to do like bridal makeup, this is such a good foundation to use for bridal makeup, and I would highly, highly recommend this. I love the way that it applies to the skin. It gives a really nice luminous kind of finish, but not a matte finish. I'd say like a semi-matte kind of finish. And I would say that it lasts a very, very long time on the skin. Now, I'll be honest with you, this week in London, and I know in other countries you're probably thinking, like in America, you're probably thinking, oh, that's not hot. But for us, it's hot. It's been like up to 28 degrees this week. It is hot. Trust me, I'm fasting this weather. It is hot. It's not hot today. It's a bit grey and dull, and that's why my lighting is a bit off. But I have been using this in the hottest of the hot weather. So it has lasted, I'd say, on my face 8 hours until I've started to shine in my nose and my cheek, my T-zone area. Tiny little bit of MAC blotting powder. Bam, it looks brand fresh and new. I don't even have to go back and put any blotting powder on afterwards. It doesn't oxidize on my skin. It doesn't shift around. It is generally an awesome, awesome foundation. I've also taken some pictures with flash photography. It looks awesome. It is a HD high definition cream foundation by AOM. That is Artist of Makeup Cosmetics, and I would give this a 10 out of 10. I think it's really, really amazing. AOM also have another foundation. I'm probably going to try that, and then I will replace this one here. So by all means, I would say look into it. Look into whatever your MAC shade is, then you'll be able to determine what shade you are with AOM. Their customer service is absolutely amazing. I bought some eyeshadows as well. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have shown that one of my eyeshadows was broken. Zukreat replied to me, sent me a brand new one, no questions asked, no nothing like that. I got it yesterday. They're really, really great, and I'm really, really happy that I have come across this brand, and I would recommend this brand to anybody. You know, you guys, you know what I'm like. If I think something's crap, I will say that it's crap. I'm not paid to do these videos. I'm not sent these products for free. I've spent my own money on these products, and I will only recommend things to you guys that I think are worth being recommended to. If I've also bought something which is rubbish, I will then tell you it's rubbish, don't waste your money on it. But this is something that I would definitely put my name to it. I think it's great. So I hope that you found this review helpful and useful. I hope that you guys all rush out and buy this foundation because it is absolutely amazing. It only comes in a pan format like this. I've not actually tried putting it in anything else yet, so I think it's magnetized where you can stick it in other things. Otherwise, these are relatively inexpensive. And the foundation itself weighs 8 grams and is £15. And it will last you a really, really long time. And I do have to say that it is so full coverage that the beauty spot that I've got here, I was just looking, I can't see it at all. I went over it once. That is how amazing the coverage is. No concealer anywhere else on my face other than under my eyes. And that is just shows how awesome this product is. So I hope you guys found this review useful and helpful. If you've got any more questions, feel free to ask me below. I was about to say ask. That's such a London thing. Ask me. Ask me below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.